This movie was garbage. There really wasn't that much good about it. The only thing I really liked was how they showed how they were still kids at heart. They even say it. But I really liked how they showed they were still kids at heart and they make sand castles in one scene. When, they look like they're 50. Yeah, it was pretty trash, pretty boring. There's this one doctor that has schizophrenia. Though I think it was kind of racially motivated with how they did it. Because he ends up killing a black guy who's a rapper. Because he thinks he's gonna rob him. Yeah, that was a bit weird. Anyway, after he kills him, he gets his knife taken away. And that should be the end of that. We don't see him for a lot of the movie. And then he has a knife again. Somehow. Even though he got his knife taken away. They slowly approached him. They slowly took the knife away. And that was that. But somehow he has his knife again. And he tries to kill them because they'll tell on him. And he's a good doctor. He did it to save his home. Because he thought he was going to get his house robbed by that guy. Once again, I think that's a bit weird. He was like the only other black person besides the one wife who had seizures. But yeah, it was pretty trash. For some reason, the kids know about stuff they shouldn't. Like, the 6-year-old, he knows about prom and graduation. I mean, I could maybe get graduation. Or maybe prom, but it really doesn't make sense, because he's 6 at heart. I also don't understand how they talk in coherent sentences when they haven't been to school and learned any of that stuff when they get older. It doesn't really make sense to me. I don't expect them to talk like caveman, but they talk pretty smart for someone that's 6 years old at heart. And 12 years old at heart. And then he also knows how to swim in deep water when he was only 6. Sure, he's 50, but he's not actually 50. He's 6. How does he know how to swim in deep water and hold his breath underwater for several minutes? He hasn't really trained to do any of that. He's 6. This isn't Electra. This is a child. Then, the doctor ends up getting killed by a rusty knife. The parents seem fine. But after they kill him, now they're aging. Now they're really old and they just die. Very anticlimactic. They just die after they kill him. They're like, oh, this guy's a character. Oh, we need to kill them off now. It was such a boring movie. There's like nothing good about it. Then there's one guy who's a really good swimmer who blacks out and drowns. Because part of the island is you can't leave the island. If you go through the canyon, if you climb the canyon, if you go through the water, you'll just end up blacking out. But the only safe one is going through the canyon because you'll black out and teleport. The other ones, you'll black out while you're climbing so you die. And black out while you're in the water so you die. Just not a good movie. Then there's an old woman who dies not too long in. And then there's also a dog that dies. Because dogs are obviously, they don't live as long as humans. It could have been an interesting concept, but they completely failed.